and cartels by Austin Sotelo. How many drugs enter the U.S. and how it affects our country? Mexican cartels send an estimated amount of $64 billion worth of drugs annually into the U.S. This allows the cartels to make profit from consumers in the states and allows more drugs to be smuggled into America from the profit being made. This chart shows Americans spent nearly $150 billion on illegal drugs in 2016. Estimated retail expenditure in illicit drugs such as cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and its total. This chart determines how many drugs were seized in 2016 and how much money Americans are spending on said drugs. What the U.S. has done to stop drug trafficking. The U.S. has done many things to stop the smuggling of drugs into the country, such as stopping vehicles at border checkpoints and conducting all patrols alongside the Texas and Mexico border. These actions limit the amount of drugs entering the country, but our border agents will not seize all the drugs. Our government needs to take action and have more severe laws for the possession of drugs, and needs to reach out to the organizations in order to form who consuming drug benefits and their cartels. Better border security. This image is one of the few sites where our border lacks fortifications separating the U.S. from Mexico. This allows smugglers easy access to the roads that lead up into border towns where they cannot be found once over the border. President Trump is working on funding the wall and extending it to all areas where the security is lacking. And for example, because of this, many farmers are getting their land overtaken by drug smugglers, and they're in fear of their security, so they're having to take up small arms militias around the states near the borders to provide better security for themselves due to the lack of the wall. The impacts of drugs on the U.S. economy. Drugs affect the user's health and emotionally affect the user's family. Drug users' family can use up thousands of dollars in seeking help at rehab centers for the users. Economically, there is an estimated $216 billion being spent on drugs instead of going towards the economy consumer goods. Such as shown in this image, the national drug overdose deaths from 1999 to 2017, both male and female, has risen. And the drug overdose has reached an all-time high since the war on drugs has started. Overdosing is one of the many effects of using drugs. And another effect is cancers and other illnesses. Here's my works cited. Thank you for your time.